Alright, in a diesel engine, morning guys, today we are going to talk about the fuel system in diesel engines. I mentioned before that in a diesel engine, to start the engine, you only need air and fuel. Oh, the spark, no my friend. Okay, if the injector is electrical injector, electronic injector, like this, with the signal positive and negative. Where is coming this signal in this injector? From the computer, the a.c.r. How much is the voltage of that signal?
5
Around 5 volts. It's 4.2, 5.3, no? That voltage. With 5 voltage, it's activated. Never try to bring 12 volts because the solenoid is damaged internally. Internally, it's a solenoid, and when the solenoid is magnetized, what happens? The plunger goes down and close, or up and open, down, up. Simple, no? It's a solenoid. This is a solenoid valve. The fuel injector is a solenoid valve. Oh, if this one is electrical, of course you need the signal here. If not, if the injector is closed, the engine start? Never. But in mechanical fuel injection system, you don't need the signal for the injector because the injector is mechanical. The mechanical pump is running, suction the fuel, send the fuel at high pressure, and the injector inject the fuel. Those injectors, the only that they need is pressure. Look, they need only, you see, the pressure. That's it. This is the tester. This is the tester. Okay, great. Fuel and air. I have a technique when I repair engines, and I try to start again the engine. No, a little amount of starting fluid. Starting fluid is, you need to be careful with the starting fluid. It's used a little. If not, you can damage the valves. You can bend the valves. It's because the volatility of either is kaboom, no? It's too much. I prefer, what is the secret to start the ignition in the combustion chamber at the beginning in a diesel engine? The secret number one. Inside of the combustion chamber, what do you need? What? Air. Air at around 1000 degrees Fahrenheit and pressure more than 400 psi, no? But if the temperature is not around 1000 when you inject the fuel, the engine starts?
No.
No. For that reason, the majority of the engine, they have preheater. Doesn't matter if it's electrical or if it's a glove plug, it's a preheater, no? But what happens if you have a heat gun and you put a heat gun in the intake manifold at the beginning in the morning? It's a good idea? The heat gun of your wife. It's good. It's good because the air enters preheated and start immediately. For that reason, the heat gun that you have for wires will be nice at the beginning during the first start. You start the engine, that's it. After that, the engine continues on. Okay? Good? Because you need air, hot air. This is better than the starting fluid. Good, papas? Okay? Right. The fuel system in diesel engines is divided in two sections. One section is from the fuel tank until the fuel injection pump. That area is also called from the fuel tank until the fuel injection pump. What is the name of that area?
Low pressure.
Low pressure. It's low pressure because it depends only of the power of the transfer pump. The electrical pump, 12 volts pump, that one. This is the pump that you hear in your cars when you turn on the ignition. You remember? That pump brings the fuel until fuel injection pump. The fuel enter in the fuel injection pump.
Yes.
Oh, can we have a couple of? The fuel enter in the fuel injection pump immediately. No, why not? Because what? No, no, because all the fuel injection pumps, they have at the beginning. Then can we remove that white pump? You see the solenoid? That's the solenoid to start and stop. What is the function of that solenoid? Allow the fuel to enter or
Stop it.
block. If you allow the engine, start. If you block the engine, stop. Where is coming the signal here to start and stop the engine?
The ignition switch.
From
The ignition switch.
ignition switch, preheat. When you activate preheat, what happens with that solenoid? Open and the fuel enter. And you hear when you preheat a diesel engine, three clicks. One click over there, other click for
Starting.
when you activate ignition or preheat. You hear 3 clicks. Excuse me? In some cases, all engines they have a glove box. No, you remember in the cranking system, the crank relay? When you activate ignition and the big power enter in the start module. And other click when you turn off, when you crank the engine. No, 3 clicks. Okay, all of them with ignition. Okay, let me check what happened if we supply power here.
Mr. Lopez, do you have another solenoid above the fuel filter?
No.
Could you have either one? Because the boat I was working on, they have one above the fuel filter, and I don't think they have one on the fuel injection pump.
They have. Believe me.
It has both.
Yeah.
Then? Is that connected to the fire suppression system?
Yeah, let me 1 second, please. This one is here. One negativo y otro positivo. El verde negativo. ¿Ya lo puso?
Vamos a ver si la tuya está muerta.
You see ignition?
Leave it hooked up and I'll touch it from here.
Dale. You see ignition? And the engine starts. Okay, thank you, Danny. What is the symptom? What is the symptom when that solenoid not open and not close? What is the complaint of the customer? I crank and not start. No, let me explain why not. Pay attention. When you have that complaint, the engine crank and not start, what can I do to help the customer? Or what other recommendation can I do to the customer by phone?
Starting fluid?
Can you apply a little starting fluid during the cranking? Oh, start, Mr. Lopez, and stop immediately when I remove the starting fluid. Okay, it's fuel. No? If it's fuel, 100% sure it's that solenoid. No? You bring a couple of alligator cable like Danny did, and you activate the solenoid directly. You activate the solenoid, oh, start. The engine starts. Okay, right now I am 100% sure that no current is coming here. Where is coming the signal, the positive signal? The negative is the ground. The positive, where is coming? I am in the control box. Where? In the output of the run relay. You need to verify what is the run relay. In the output of the run relay, this is the cable that enters to feed this pump, the transfer pump, and after that this. In this moment, if I don't have this one, probably I don't have transfer pump. Let me check. Ignition. No sound on the transfer pump. Yeah? It's because probably the run relay is damaged. You remember? You check in the control box or in the manual. The second one is the run relay. Let me remove the run relay. I put in back another one. Bingo. That diagnosis is money, my friend. How much is the price for that diagnosis? $600?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend. Or no, my friend. It's the payment in these engines is good. Go ahead.
In that situation, right? Will it always click? Will you always hear the click if it's not working?
The click is an indication that probably is good. In some cases it's clicking, but internally it's not working.
The plunger, sometimes the plunger inside, it's mechanical, using the electrical, and the plunger will break.
Yeah.
But not very often.
No, it's not. It's
The
not.
solenoid will give out before that'll break.
Yeah.
There's cases like that.
Yeah. That case is.
How would you test? How would you verify that if the plunger's working or not? What would you do?
I'm not sure.
You can put a fuel pressure gauge, right? Because if the pump's running and this is activating and there's no fuel pressure, fuel's not getting past it.
But where is the fuel pressure gauge is up there?
Well, on this one, I don't know.
But in this one, I'm going to explain the procedure to install the pressure gauge. I have one over there. Look, you see in the line. I installed that one in series.
But you could also loosen.
But
I would recommend it.
That's the fuel after the filter.
One of the rails on the injector.
That's before
you see
the
fuel coming
fuel
out if
injector.
you don't have a pressure gauge.
I love it. Install a pressure gauge before. I love install a pressure gauge here in any part before the fuel injection pump. That pressure gauge indicates to me if the transfer pump is suction and if I have fuel coming into the fuel injection pump. That's okay? It's simple. A T and you install the pressure gauge. How much should be the capacity of the low side pressure gauge in PSI? It's a pressure gauge in between 0 and 50 PSI. Because in this area you have 14, 15, 20 PSI maximum in the low pressure side. In the high pressure side, you have ultra pressure, more than 3,000, 7,000, 25,000 PSI.
Mr. Lopez, and this gauge between Racors.
That one. That one. Now we are going to talk about that. This is a vacuum gauge. Okay, low pressure side and high pressure side. Question about this.
Okay, so the water separator filters, right? Those two, those are.
In some cases, it's only one.
It's only one.
Yeah, it's only one with the gauge here
Yeah.
for that one.
Okay.
But this is, in some cases, I prefer the tandem like this.
Yeah.
I prefer this one.
Yeah.
No, this is better. Okay.
Because on the diagram it was just showing one. That's why I was wondering. And it's always a water separator filter before the secondary one.
Always this one before of this.
Yeah. Okay.
And you remember the microns? In general terms, the microns for the filters are
30, 20,
20, 30, 20.
Yeah.
What page is that? Okay, is 30 micron the red one? Is 30 microns the red one? Then the blue? And 2 the brown, no? The brown element. For example, if I disassemble this one, This is
Blue.
blue. This is 2 microns. Okay, this
10. Blue. 10.
blue is 10. Yeah, it's 10 microns. Sorry, it's 10. No,
Quick question on the diesels. There's different electrons with different motors.
no. The nomenclature is 30, 10, and 2. 30, Danny, should be the first one.
Oh, the first one.
10, the second one.
Okay.
And 2, the last one. The secondary filter.
Quiz question.
Which question? Yeah.
So even though they're both primary, the second in the primary would be the fifth. Quiz question. Pay attention.
Thank you, Dr. Porter is the only person following the quizzes.
Man.
He's the only black on the date of the quiz. Everyone
Yeah.
else is behind.
Yeah.
What? We busy.
Andy also.
But I don't know
You're doing
shit.
that in gasoline class. It won't pass.
Yeah, they're doing 4 days.
Yeah. Okay, my friend. What happened, Papi, if I make a mistake and I put the number 2 here and the 30 over there?
Gonna clock earlier.
I clogged the system easily. Because that one, 2 micron, is
Small.
too small, no? And you clogged the system easily. Okay, this is the low pressure side. What about this one? This is the priming pump. Priming pump. What is the difference between look, this is the priming pump. The priming pump in some cases is bolted on the block of the engine and is moved with, is driving by the camshaft of the engine, the big engine. And additionally, you have the handle for priming.
So they consider a mechanical fuel.
It's a mechanical, it's a diaphragm. If you disassemble the pump, it's diaphragm. It's a mechanical pump. This priming pump is located in the low pressure side or high pressure side. Low pressure side. It's mechanical and is used only to bring the fuel and help to bleed the system. Yeah? And you bleed the system. Good? What is the difference between this pump and this one? Both of them are priming pumps? Yes, both of them are priming pumps. Look, this one is in contact with the camshaft pump, or with your hand, you pump it. That's okay? In some cases, this one is bolted and is moved with the small camshaft of the fuel injection pump. You see this one here, my friend? It's here. And this is the camshaft of this small engine. This is a replica of the big engine. If the big engine is 6-cylinder, this one has 6-cylinder. If the big engine, the piston number 1 is in top dead center, the piston number 1 in this small engine is in top dead center. The loads, the position of the loads in the camshaft are exactly in the same angle than the big camshaft. This is a small camshaft replica of the big one. Nice, no? This small engine works at the same speed and at the same time with the big one.
When you put it back on the engine, do you have to time it?
Yeah, of course. If it's mechanical, you should time because it's moving at the same time. Good?
Where's the gear for that?
Oh yeah, I explained. Well, I'm going to explain again. Oh, you remember?
I don't.
You do the timing of the fuel injection, gear and timing. But right now I'm going to explain again with other engines that we have over there. Okay, guys. Good? Low pressure side and high pressure side? Any other question about this? Okay. Priming pump. The priming pump is here. The solenoid is over there. That solenoid. All the engines. Look at this. Look at this engine. This is the solenoid and it's connected here for start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. You see the solenoid? If you bring 12 volts here, exactly the same like this. To start and stop. All the diesel engine, they have a solenoid. Hey, Mr. Lopez, this pump is a rotary pump. It's a rotary pump. It's mechanical, input here and output per each cylinder. It's rotary. And where is the solenoid? Look, the solenoid, positive and negative, is here. This area, the top area, is the governor, and in the governor is located the solenoid. And this solenoid is activated from ignition switch. All the fuel injection pumps, they have a solenoid to allow or block the fuel in the pump. Good?
But that's bad because that one's built in, right? It's hard to change that out.
Yeah, it's internal. But all of them, they have exactly the same.
You guys are not going to do repairing injection pumps. That you have to take to the shop.
Yeah.
Specifically.
No, the fuel injection pump, don't touch that. Don't touch. Okay, guys, we are going to check quickly the procedure to do the service on the Racor Parker filters. This is a common job. The payment is excellent. Do the service in the Racor Parker filter. I'm going to bring a couple of filters here, and I am going to explain the procedure quick. Yeah, I have two.
Desarmarlo ya.
Because
Okay, that's fine.
that's what the
Look, guys,
primary.
look. Where is located normally?
In the bilge. By the bilge.
It's located where?
By the bilge usually.
On the bilge. It's the button. What is the first step when you need to do the service on the Racor Parker filters? Okay, no. Check the label here, the model of the filter, and order the kit. If you don't have the kit in your hand, no disassemble the filter. All right? Until you have the kit. All the filters, they have here the model, yeah, and the part number to order the kit for both of them. Can I have the cup? That's the cup.
Little one.
That's the cup.
In some cases, like if you think you have the right filter and for whatever reason you don't, you disassemble it, disable the motor. So the customer doesn't go behind you to try to start it up. Trust me. You'd be amazed. Oh, I wonder if you fixed it already. Instead of just calling you, they'll try to turn it over and start it up, so just disable the engine.
Thank you, Danny. Other important thing is verify that you have before and after the filters have valves. If not, it's a problem. What happens if you open this one and you have a lot of fuel? Be careful, and be careful before you start to disassemble the filter that both valves close easily. Because in some boats, no, Danny, the valve is, and it's impossible, okay? In that case, you need other long procedure because you need to replace the valve, okay? Be careful that the valves close properly. You close both valves. Prepare the bilge with the oil absorbers, with racks, because there are a lot of balls and elements that if drop on the bilge, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Those balls are in aluminum. Can I recover those balls with the magnet? No. It's impossible. All right? Be careful with that. You organize the area, clean the area, a lot of light, blowers. Okay, the number one. We are going to close both valves, and we are going to drain. We are going to remove in the bottom the plug. In some cases, the plug always the plug have a O-ring, or in some cases gasket. That's okay. And in some cases they have a ball. Excuse me. You see this one? You have that one or this one. This one is nice because you can drain. Open that one. You drain. When it's completely drained, you remove the feeding completely and you replace the O-rings. Right?
On this one, when you want to drain, you screw in and it pushes us in. It's got holes. At least on the ones that on the Racor. So you'll see that on the Racor gasoline. Just trying to look to see. Actually, this is the opposite. The Racor one, you actually screw in for the nipple to go up for the drain.
Okay, guys. The order, no. Look, that one. You remove that one. You remove the feeding. And I recommend a bucket with gasoline. And you put in the bucket with gasoline all the parts. Everybody follow me?
Is that the link for the diesel?
Yeah, it's diesel, but gasoline clean better.
Is that just to protect the glass on it?
The gasoline?
No, this like little.
Oh yeah, this is to protect and to collect debris here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not necessary. In some cases the people eliminate, but in the majority of the cases it's located over there. Okay, ready? You drain, you remove the feeding, you collect the fuel in a bucket, and now it's supposed that it's empty, no? Because it's empty, we are going to remove the cap. In the cap you have other O-ring here in the handle, and you have another O-ring here in the cap. You need to replace that O-ring also.
Does all that go into the gasoline?
Yeah, all of them into the gasoline bucket. After that, you remove carefully the element. The element should be replaced always. This is 30 microns. You see the red one.
So if there's only one filter, it'd be 30, right?
If it's only one, no, normally in diesel you have minimum 2. This is the water separator and you have other in the secondary.
Yeah, the secondary. But it's 32?
I put 30 here and 10 in the second.
Oh, okay, but it wouldn't be 2.
No. Okay, I remove the element in the bucket, and now it's supposed that the tunnel is free. Okay, I am going to prepare a ratch or nut drive to remove those bolts, 516 or number 8. Aluminum bolts.
Into the gasoline.
All of those bolts. Be careful.
It's going to give you all new rings.
In the kit you receive the O-rings, the gaskets, the bolts, in some cases the bolts they are coming with the kit, and in some cases extra O-rings.
But not the filter yet.
No, the filter is separate.
Gas.
Okay, look at
It's
this.
the same thing with the filter going different. Yeah.
Now the crystal is out, and you have the color. That color. The crystal should be clean, like a mirror, because this is the most important part. In the future, you want to see if you have bubbles, if you have water in the bottom. You can order only the crystal, only the ball. In some cases like this, is completely glass. Is you try to clean and it's impossible. You need order the new one. All right. This is not expensive. It's $35, something like this.
Once it's like that, you want to replace it anyways.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Are they pretty universal in size? Like they're all...
Well, no, there's different sides. You have to know which one you get.
Okay, you have in the bottom here you have another gasket. That one. Be careful with that gasket. That gasket is here, and it's with the collar, and it's with the ball. It's with the ball. And now I have the float element free with a rack, because this is sharp.
Here.
With a rack. Look, you open this one. Okay. And you have a seal, and you have a ball. The seal have a lips, and the lips should be facing up. The lips on the seal. And you have an aluminum ball.
Looks like a pearl. Oh, it's light.
Be careful, don't drop. You need to replace the ball always. The ball is the element that close and open depending on the level of fuel. And this one, take a picture about the position of this. Not like this, should be like this. Okay? Take a picture before you disassembly, putting back this one here, and after that, give me my ball. All right, aluminum ball, don't drop, because this is the seal. Look, and this is the element that normally is clogged. You need with air at high pressure, remove the debris here. With gasoline, you blow, and you clean, because this is the area where the bacteria are located and clogged this element. Yeah, the fuel flow here through those elements. Yeah.
Did you say bacteria?
Bacteria, because the water in the fuel produce microorganisms, no? And those microorganisms grow over there. All right? Algae and something like this. All right, clean that element. And now, if it's possible, remove the tunnel. Look at the tunnel. And clean the tunnel with gasoline. Be careful with those fittings. Those fittings, the fittings of those filters are special fittings. Look at the thread. The thread is straight. They have a O-ring and a special washer, lock washer. You see? They have O-ring and washer, and the thread is straight. And look at the end. You see?
Does the
This is part of the filter.
the seal that has the lip, does it go on the inside or the outside of the tube? That's in the middle.
Which one?
The seal that has the lip, that
This one?
yeah, does it go on the inside or the outside of that tube in the middle?
Outside.
Okay.
Right now I'm going to explain again. Be careful with those fittings. You can order those fittings original for this type of filter. In this example, it's a Racor Parker filter, but in some cases it's other manufacturer, and those fittings are special. Look at the other end. In the other end, you have flare fittings to connect with the copper pipes, no? But this end is a special thread exclusive for this. I found that a lot of Racor Parker filters with a lot of problems because the people replace those fittings for Home Depot fittings. No, okay? Be careful. This one have a special O-ring to avoid air. Air in the fuel system is catastrophic. Air in the fuel system is the enemy. Under any condition, air could enter in the system.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why would we do this? Was this like standard maintenance or like low?
This is if it's clogged.
It's
Clogged. That's not, yeah, standard maintenance, and if that little part right there with the sharp edges is clogged, and it's
Okay, you do the service in both filters. When everything is clean, you put in back all the parts. We are going to do the process slowly. Okay, great? I have the tunnel free, completely free. I am going to prepare to put in back those elements. The element that I cleaned before. Number one, I am going to install this gasket. Normally I use grease or a Vaseline to keep the O-ring on place, because this element is located in the bottom. If you don't apply Vaseline or grease, drops.
Do not use silicone. Silicone will break down and turn into snot. Clog up your lines.
Okay, now this element is clean. I have the new gasket, the lips facing up,
Hey, ball.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the ball goes through.
The bulb before. After that, the gasket. And now the float. And now
And how tight do you?
you tie with your hand.
Yeah, you don't kill it.
That's it.
You gotta take it off again.
It's a little, no? It's not a. And you verify that this is free.
With fuel filters, what we tend to do is, like, you snug it and just a quarter of a turn. That's it. You crank it too much, then you're gonna have a problem getting it off.
Don't forget, if it's possible, replace the crystal, because this is the element that normally is like this. This is not good. Okay, you put in back the gasket. You have the filter ready. You prepare the collar with the special bolts. And we are going to install the bolts carefully. And after that, my friends, you replace the O-ring here, you replace the O-ring here, you replace the O-ring here, and okay, now the crystal is ready. I have my new element. I introduce the element. Oh, before I introduce the element, with both valves closed, I bring my gallon of my own fuel, and I fill with my own fuel until this point. After that, I introduce the new filter.
You put too much, you're gonna spill it all in the bilge.
The idea is added a little until the fuel goes a little out. Then I prepare the gasket here, Vaseline. I put the cap over there, moving with my hands.
To bleed it, can you put it in ignition with the thing a little bit open?
Yeah. In this moment, I introduce that one a little. Pay attention. Thank you, Danny. Hold the filter. This is the filter. I have valve here and valve over there. In this moment, it's full of fuel, but it's loose. I open both valves a little at the same time, and I see that a lot of fuel is coming out. More, and I close again. Ready? Now I move it with my hand like this to sit the gasket, the O-ring, and I tight. I tight, all right? And now I open. I don't see bubbles, and I start the engine. Okay? When the engine is running, I see some bubbles. With the engine running, I lose a little this one, and I move it with my hands, and I tight again. Of course, I spill a little amount of fuel. For that reason, I need prepared buckets and oil absorbers. And now, no more bubbles. Oh, a little amount of bubbles. Okay, with the engine running, I move a little more fuel out, and I tight again. All right, and the engine continues running. No more bubbles. That's clear, my friends?
Yeah, I'm just trying to clarify. So when you put the oil back in, before you put the filter in, do the oil go down to where the crystal thing, to where
the fuel.
No, fuel.
Yeah.
Do it go down to where
The bowl?
Do the oil go down into the crystal?
Yes. Yeah. It fills the whole thing up.
Yeah.
But don't you have a problem or nothing?
No.
Not if you do it his way.
In this way. You like it? It's clear? Okay. Now I am going to explain the procedure to replace the secondary filter. I have a couple of tips. to replace the secondary filter, the most difficult filter. Okay.